You wanna close that door?
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Can you pass me that sage so we can cleanse this space, please?
I can't.
Hey, peace, and welcome to the Divinity Podcast. I am your host, Divinity, the Pod MC, and this is season 4, episode number 6. Man, y'all, 4 years in. Listen, had I looked back and thought I would be here and do it all over again, I wouldn't change shit. I love the journey. I've learned so much. I love that, I get to sit behind the mic and I get to talk to you as if we're always in the room together. So it has been an honor and a privilege to do this. And you already know, listen, my job is always to feed y'all. And you know the shit. You know the shit. It's personal how you take it. Forget about it. So this is season 4, episode 6. And in this episode, it's very special because it's going to be bits and pieces of me randomly recording conversations of a trip that I had taken for my birthday to Denver, Colorado, with 2 amazing human beings that I get to call my best friends. And the first one being BCoop, Soupy Doopers. Her initials literally are BMC, and I love baked mac and cheese. So that's how that go. And then the other one is Yvette, aka River, the owner of Vegans of Seitan in Linden, New Jersey. Amazing food. My favorite day is Wednesday, y'all. So, and she knows this, so she made the rib tips for Wednesday. So it's Rib Tip Wednesday because that's my favorite day and that's my favorite dish. You listen, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot, your girl got a little bit of pull. I know people, I know things. So here we are, right? And I had the amazing time and the most amazing privilege to be with these 2 women on this trip, having just the time of our lives. Now, we're going to jump into some clips, but let me just set it up for y'all. Now, we're just randomly in the back of an Uber, right? And we're just talking. So I just hit record on the phone. And on this clip, we're talking about the differences in double standards between women and men. And it was such a dope conversation because even the taxi cab driver had his little input in it too. So I hope we could pull that up for y'all. But for right now, here's the first part of that. Without further ado, Divinity Takes Denver, part 1. Bing. Bong.
Okay, so as I was saying, I just feel like when it comes to men having a whole phase or doing whatever the hell they want to do, it's okay. But if a female expresses that very same thing, she's labeled something that should be labeled on all levels. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you sleep with a lot of people, you sleep with a lot of people. And the example that I would like to give for this is a father and their 13-year-old son and their 13-year-old daughter. It's a whole different level. The 13-year-old daughter want to go on a date with a guy that she's liking as if she's not human and can't feel things for other people, a guy, a girl, whatever it is. It's a problem. But the 13-year-old son, it's, oh yeah, son, so tell me about it. Here's some condoms. What you gonna do? Yep. This is what you say. This is how you, it's like you prep these young boys who are 13 to set them up for whatever it is because it's okay because they're a boy. But you won't give their daughter the same respect. And that's a problem. For me personally, when it comes to talking about gender roles, right? Why is it that women, when it comes to family matters, they always have to be polite to the family? They got to help out in the kitchen. They got to do all this extra shit to prove themselves to people who don't even sleep with you, who don't even know what it's like dealing with their son intimately.
Talk about it.
Because there's a difference. I love my son, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to him choosing a wife, I know that I need to step back because that's the woman in his life now, and she's gonna have a whole different outlook on my son because she sees him in another way, she loves him in another way, and she fucks him. It's intimacy. Not saying that you can't have intimacy with your kids because there's levels to this shit. You telling your kids, I love you. You should do that on a constant level and show them what love really is. But instead, they're your punching bags. You have a hard day at work. You coming home, oh, why the chicken ain't out? Why this and then. Damn, did you ask how my day was? I'm a kid. I I got to deal with different personalities the same way you go to work and deal with personalities. And it's different for females. It's different for females than it is for males.
100%.
So that was part one, a part of part one. We still working out the kinks, y'all, because somehow the rest of that clip or parts of that clip, I don't know if it got corrupted. I don't know what's happening right now. I just think it's meant for y'all to just hear that one part, because if the universe wanted us to hear the whole thing, they would have had it set up to where we could hear the whole thing, right? So shout out to our cab driver, by the way, who thanked us for, you know, bringing awareness to, you know, how he handles his children. He had 2 boys and 1 girl. So I think that's dope. Divinity was out in Denver changing things and making people aware, because that's what I do, right? In the kitchen with the whip it and the stir fry, right? So this next clip, part 2 of this, is us on the rooftop of our hotel. Yeah, we was chilling. We had some Tito's. We had some what's the stuff? What's the name of that stuff? Oh, man, y'all, it escapes me right now. Me and Burnett was drinking some whiskey. Jameson, boom. And we kept drinking whiskey sours and ginger ale, right? So we're on the rooftop. We're talking about everything from like intimacy, foreplay, the astronomy tour, because it was so weird. Oh, so check this out, y'all. The dopest thing about this trip for me, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that y'all don't even get to see or know about this trip. But the dopest thing for me, shout out to my BCoopers for making another one of my dreams come true. She took me on an astronomy tour where they had like these expensive ass telescopes. Y'all, I got to see Jupiter and the moons around Jupiter. When I tell y'all, first of all, let me tell y'all something, right? It was a full moon that night. A full moon. I got to see the full moon light up the mountains, and it had like little snow on it. It was like twinkly, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And we learned about constellations. We learned how, like, you know, the Navy, they used the stars to navigate at night. What star was what, which way, how you know. And the dopest thing about the astronomy tour, I'll never forget, it was at the end, towards the end of the tour, he said, he loves doing this, and he was like, it's about the time, and he learns something new every day. He's been doing this for years, but he said by this time in 3 months, where we're ending the tour, his next tour will be starting right in that same spot that we ended. And I thought that was the dopest thing. I might just hold him to it and and go back in 3 months, y'all, just to see if he's telling the truth or not. But thank you both ladies for making this an amazing trip. So anyway, without further ado, here's part 2 of Divinity Takes Denver on the rooftop, drinking whiskey sours, Tito's, and ginger ale. I think we had a good time that day. Enjoy, y'all. Hey, peace. This is Divinity. We are doing take 2 of Divinity Takes Denver. I think that's what I said the first time, because it's the last day. I feel like I should be feeling this nice.
Yes.
I got some Jameson in the cup, ginger ale to the right of me, just so I can mellow on out. It's my birthday. I'm allowed. I feel good. I got good people around me. And to reintroduce everybody, because this is take 2, to the left of me, she's the second time on the show.
Yeah.
Not the first, but the second. It takes 2, baby.
And not the last.
And nothing less. To make what?
Huh?
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
It's a party. I do bring the party.
You're a party.
And you know, fun things come in small packages.
Yes, sir. Ooh, a bite-sized Snicker. I missed that.
I'll eat one for you.
Because of the caramel. Yes, I can't have caramel anymore.
You can't have the nougat or the milk chocolate either.
No. I don't eat that anymore.
Yeah, so I'm like, you miss it. It ain't just for the
I
caramel.
only do dark chocolate. The dark chocolate. It's so good.
It really is.
I really want to know.
Sometimes I throw it in my coffee and melt it.
I had some of that a couple of weeks ago, that dark chocolate. I'm still thinking about it. Can't wait to get home.
All right, now with you, I got to be careful. Let me go to the right of me, y'all, because she just said what kind of dark chocolate we talking about, okay?
Oh, no,
Miss
River?
River?
You eat. Yeah,
that could still be the kind you eat. You definitely eat that thing up.
Okay, y'all.
The kind that's still melting in your mouth.
I did that. This is my fault. This is all my fault. Blame it on me. So dark chocolate, you just did that 2 weeks ago. Damn, how tall was he?
Actually, it was light chocolate, but it was still dark.
Ooh. Was it a toasted almond? Was it dark chocolate toasted almond?
Huh. You know what? More like a what's that coconut nut thing? Almond. What is it?
Almond Joy.
There you go.
You got a little almond and some joy.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
Boom, boom. Okay, so I guess this was like a great segue into what we want to get into. We want to get into foreplay. Now, first of all, I understand this is a whole different element for me because y'all know I am so meticulous when it comes to the episodes and correlating the number or the topic to the episode, the number episode. So like the last episode for me, the number 4 me, and I felt like it was appropriate because it's my birthday. It's not very often that I celebrate me. So this is going to be completely off topic because I don't even have a name for this yet. I just know Divinity Takes Denver. Maybe that's the name.
That's just it.
Divinity Takes
Denver. That's something crossing off the to-do list, but right back into the topic. We're going to get into foreplay because I feel like that's something we need to talk about.
And before we start, can I just say something? Thank you for allowing us to share in on your moment.
Yes.
Man.
You know, thank you. I had a wonderful
Thank you.
time.
Gratitude.
A wonderful time.
I'm so happy you did because both of you are a fun time. Not only am I having fun, I don't remember the last time I laughed this hard and I felt safe in a space where, you know, I didn't feel like anything was with backhanded intentions.
Never.
My sister made me cry this morning, y'all, as she always do on every one of my solar returns. She said, what do you mean? This is your reciprocity. All that love you put out into the universe, why wouldn't God send you something to make it reciprocal and give it back to you? It's just coming back to me, and I'm so very grateful. I done cried so much on this trip, y'all. I got to live my dream as a kid and come to Colorado and see the actual Rocky Mountains. Not many people can say they're crossing their childhood dreams off of their list. And I thank you both. Both of you are a very great time, good energy. The intention for me, it seems like God just put me in a magnet, and I'm just attracting so many good people and so many good things.
And we really just balanced each other out.
Yeah.
You know, it was a great balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about the number 3 though too.
That's very true.
There's something about the number
Even
3.
when they say it in biblical terms with the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
whatever
Trinity.
it truly means, you know, that we all agree that 3 is a powerful number. Yeah.
It is. It really is. And it goes into 9, which is divinity.
Boom.
Don DeMarco, give me my fucking money.
And 9 could be divided up 3 times, so it goes back to 3. Numerology.
Hello. Bing bong.
I'm not doing this with you today.
Okay, so
Well, I
foreplay.
signed the contract to do this episode. Bing bong was not included.
No, shout out to Coney Island because y'all know how I feel about that.
Listen, I clearly
just-
put in my contract for this, no bing bong. You didn't read that part?
Oh, I thought you said no ding dong, but I knew that couldn't be right.
That couldn't be right. I brought my vibrator with me. I didn't need no ding dong while we was out here.
You should have known that was a miscontract.
I knew it. I knew it. So look at this. See how it just goes back into the segue. That's just so beautiful. It's just flowing. It's so foreplay, ladies. I don't even know where you guys want to start with, but I want to say this. Intimacy is important. And for me, it doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. I think a lot of us are conditioned to believe that intimacy is only leading up to sex. You can be intimate with a family member. Somebody you're consoling someone. That's intimacy. That's beauty. That's love. And if intimacy is a part of love, why do we break it up in parts? Love is just love.
Well, I agree. There's different levels of intimacy.
It's
yes.
thank you.
There's
Levels.
different
Levels.
Yeah.
So right now, the intimacy that I'm experiencing is beauty. 2 people holding me accountable.
Yes.
Camaraderie. Sharing ideas.
Challenging each
other
Yes.
to grow. That's intimacy. Holding each other accountable no matter what. Being able to be honest with somebody, knowing that every day you're not going to like this person.
Right.
We're human.
Right.
You're going to get on my nerves.
Yes. Exactly.
But when I do so, I appreciate you telling me.
That's intimacy at the agape level, which is the highest form of love. You know?
And agape is like unconditional?
It's the highest form of love that a person can. It's what is that on your chest again?
The unilome.
The
it's
unilome.
Like
it's reaching that exactly.
Yeah, that
so think about finding love, and then think about finally reaching that peak. That's agape.
Like when you nut. Oh, sorry.
Kind of.
Kind of. The agape nut.
Listen, some of them nuts will take you there.
I didn't know it was your father.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
What happened?
I just
We
had
listening.
a couple flashbacks. I'm talking about that.
I'm supposed to share.
I gotta go back home tomorrow and get some, because this is what?
But before you get some, why don't you tell us about the level of foreplay that you need first? What is it that you require before you just go and jump into whatever you're going to jump into? But even if you don't need to jump into, I want to know.
This is about to turn into the elephant in the room, because
I'm about to get personal with my intimacy level. So you started it. Tell us, what
how
do you need?
should I say this?
Just say it.
I'm a whore, so it depends on the type of person that I'm looking at that I'm having sex with. Like, if it's the person that I deal with on a regular basis, that intimacy is holding me, like, rubbing my booty cheek, kissing on me.
That feels so good.
Just the simple, then I'm going to just be like, oh, I see what you came here for. I like that type of, like, slow, but I also like to be taken advantage of. But if you're just somebody I know I just want something from, I don't even need that. I came here ready for the game. Let's go. Let's do this. What we talking about? You want me to bend over? How do you want to do this? Because I was just trying to check this off my to-do list. What are we doing here? It depends, though. That's literally who I am. And then when I'm done, I'll be like, all right, well, we should do this again.
So how many sexual partners do you have?
Please. Oh, that's another thing. With that,
because it's intimacy. So I'm trying to figure out, when we talk about intimacy, are we talking about like different partners' intimacy?
So hear me out.
From the one.
It depends on the perspective.
It depends on the perspective.
Because I'm
not intimate with everybody.
But you just gave 3 examples.
But I also,
my guy that just want to get down with I'm just trying to figure it out.
I think she's just going.
I'm a very sexually open person, so I don't feel like I'm intimate with many people. If we want to talk about who I've been intimate with, I feel like intimacy doesn't come out unless you're somebody that I'm looking towards building something with. I've never, even from friendships to everything, I can't let myself be vulnerable and intimate with somebody that I don't see being in my life past that sexual situation.
I like that. Okay.
Now, outside of those people that I have those feelings for, in my head, sex is a transaction. You're cute. I think you're cute. You think I'm cute. We vibed. Let's see how this is going to go real quick. Maybe we like it. Maybe we don't. I don't look at that as intimacy. I just looked at that as, Veronica, guess what I did today? Girl,
you ain't have to use my whole name.
My bad. Guess what I did today? Girl, you ain't gonna never believe it. Yep, I did it. And her first question is, you gonna do it again? And I'd be like, maybe not.
Jeez Louise.
It's always a 24-hour later question. Is you gonna do it again?
So the person that you're not intimate, you don't feel that connection where you're looking for anything else. Are you still looking for something more as foreplay?
Nah.
Just pull down your pants and let me bend over.
Pull down your pants and let's do this. Because I'm already attracted to you. I'm very sexually open, so she already said, we want that one. She's seen me in a club before. I did not have sex with this person. Let's just throw that out there. We were in a club before, and I literally went, I want that one. And pointed to this man until he walked over to me. And was like, were you pointing at me? And I was like, yeah, you cute. What's your name? Give me your phone number.
And I said, yeah, we gotta go. That's we gotta go.
Did you get his phone number?
Yes, of course. We still speak to each other on Instagram since then.
Did anything happen?
Nah, because my car broke down the next day. We're not going to talk about that.
No.
So the trip was over.
Done.
Okay.
The trip was done.
I love that. Okay. I love when women, I think we were talking about this before, when women can be very open about their sexuality. I can't remember where we were or who I was speaking with this
about. That
about.
was Divinity Takes Denver Part 1.
Part 1.
And it was about how men, no, it was us in the cab.
Yes.
Oh,
Taxi
okay.
Cab Confessions.
Yes. Taxi, right. And how men are like, oh my God, really? So, but women, like, we are coming to a place now where we can be very open about our sexuality. And that's just to say, you know what?
Beautiful.
I just like that man for that night. I don't want to, don't call me tomorrow. What's wrong with that?
And you call me what you want. I did what I want. I'm going to live.
It's your life.
I'm going to live in my own truth. I know what I want when I see it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like that. That's blasphemy. No, I'm a sexual being. Like,
and that's beautiful.
I want to be able to just openly say, I like that.
But you do.
I want
and that's
it.
why, that's one of the things.
I probably shouldn't pick them off the shelf though. Like they're
No.
not people.
Listen, do what makes you
Snap
happy.
the one in the back. It looks fresher.
For me, I haven't been
I love the
able
fresh
to.
produce.
Oh goodness, Lord! I'm gonna take a
Listen,
drink on
I
that. note.
always take the apples from the back because I know they set them in the back
They
and put
haven't
the
been
less fresh
touched.
ones up in the front.
They haven't been
Those,
touched.
the
that
the ones
much.
that's in the front, those are the ones that have been on the shelf for quite some time. The fresh ones, they move into the back. That's an old secret for
FIFO,
the
first in, first out.
The ShopRites and the grocery stores,
Okay.
rather. Take out ShopRite. The grocery stores.
First in, first
Yeah.
out.
Anything
whatever came
that's-
in, whatever's been sitting here the longest is the first thing that you're gonna see in front of your face.
Well, see, I see it from a different lens. I don't usually take the first thing anyway because I feel like it's been touched. I don't care what it is, whether it's fruit or anything. I have an issue. This was pre-COVID, where I'm just going around addicted to Purell, Lysol, anything. I've gotten better, but as with anything, I'm not picking right from the beginning. And then you have people who have no respect for the property. They're coughing and sneezing on everything and wiping and touching down. No. Okay, you touched that. That's fine. You can have it. You didn't want it. All right, I'm going to the back.
There's a reason why you ain't want it.
There you go.
There's a reason why you ain't want it.
I'm not that open with my sexuality. I like privacy. I don't like, for me, even this is uncomfortable. I feel like
Really?
I might take a jab because I know the person's listening. I might take a jab.
Right.
I might take a jab. But I'm just over that. Like, what's for me will never miss me.
Yeah.
It's nobody's business. What I like about foreplay, I'm getting into that, is I like men who are private. It's not a scene. We're just here, just like right now. Nobody knows we're here. Maybe our immediate family. I don't post pictures. I'm not. That's not my thing.
I love that none of us was just like,
I don't want to be.
That's
the
why I
only
said
thing I
we're so
posted
in
was
sync.
Target.
We're so in
It's like
sync
I'm
with one
fine on
another.
Target.
That's just not me.
Right.
And the foreplay for me is, first of all, I find that sexy.
Okay.
It's intriguing. I want to know more about you.
Okay.
You're a private man. That says something to me. One with good intentions, because some men just do it to play games.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So that's a part of foreplay for me.
Okay.
And another part of foreplay for me is both of us asking uncomfortable questions. I wanna be vulnerable. My good friend Key, shout out to my Key to Life. She said to me, "Be comfortable being uncomfortable." Be comfortable being uncomfortable. So, like I said, right now, this is uncomfortable for me. It's nobody's business what I like or what I'm into. You should want to get to know that, just personally as a human being. But I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Right.
My life is important to me. I got to know that I can trust you at least. The effort's the same. Oh my God, effort? Oh, it's beautiful to me. I don't need to see you every day, all day. It's just the point of knowing you're acknowledging me. I'm important to you. And for me right now, if I am not a priority, I don't want to be a part of it. And that's with anything romantic, family, friend, co-worker, whatever it is. I can't operate on an empty battery. If I'm constantly showing you that I'm interested and I'm getting nothing back, what are you leaving me with? Uncertainty. And there's nothing uncertain about me at all. I had enough years of that. I know who I am. I'm divinity. The same way I respect you, you respect me. And that's the bare minimum. We haven't even gotten past that part yet. That's just the beginning of the foreplay. Fuck my mind first. What can we talk about? Can we sit like this and I tell you what I like about foreplay and you actively practice it without being offended? Because that's another thing. Foreplay is me being able to be safe with you and knowing you have all my good intentions at heart. But how would you ever know that? But that's a whole nother show. But so just to kind of gear into my life, foreplay. But intimacy for me, is knowing, what you've been through and I still see you. That's intimacy to me. So what? You were a drug addict. So what? You caught whatever it was. You went to jail for something maybe you did or didn't do. Who are you now? What's the difference you're making in the world? Because I see you. If your spirit don't feel right to me from now on, it's just like, no, it's not for me. I'm trusting my gut. So that's intimacy, me being inclined to the person that I am, listening to who I am as a person and as a spirit, and recognizing your spirit. That's intimacy for me, that I see you and you see me. If you don't see me, you don't see me. I should be a reflection of you. So if it's something that you need to work on, perhaps I need to too. That's intimacy to me. If anything. So that's just first part.
That, and you know what? And that's I like that. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so great that it's three of us out here with three different perspectives of what intimacy is. And I like the fact that it doesn't matter what your level of intimacy is. There's no right and wrong of what intimacy is. So it's no like, oh, that sounds more. No.
But what I find,
intimacy is whatever it is and does for you.
Thank you for that.
Whatever makes you feel good, that is intimacy.
But you have people who
Like,
try to
like
make you
slapping
feel
stuff, 'cause I like
that
that.
whatever it is that you pull my hair, okay, grab my ass, whatever it is that you need to do that makes you. That's the thing about women. Whatever makes you feel. Listen, intimacy may be, I don't want to have sex with you, but I want to watch you have sex. That is a level of intimacy. Okay, that's a level of trust. It touches on a whole nother level. So when I think of intimacy, I think of whatever it is that you are feeling, whatever it is that you have, your deepest desires, when you find that person that I don't care who you were in this life, but when I seen you, I felt this connection, which meant I knew you in the past life. That is my intimacy. So I don't have to try to get to know you because I know you.
Yeah. I know you. Yeah, it's for some reason that vibe.
I've already connected with you. There's a vibe going on. I know you. You know, and just because I don't have my memory from a past life doesn't mean we didn't. The Bible says you will see loved ones.
Listen.
Okay? It never said you will recognize them.
Nope.
So let's be clear about that.
Yo,
okay?
you know, I had somebody argue with me about something like that. I literally had somebody argue with me because they were like, how do you go about life? It's somebody that's very into church. How do you go about life with the thought process that you have as far as sex? I said, because I live my life based off of vibes. And they said, how? That don't make no sense. So you got a good vibe with somebody? I said, you don't understand. When you have a vibe, that means something inside of you. It says, that person, we're drawn to that person. There's something pulling you together. Like you said, you probably is somebody from my past life. We've crossed paths at some point for some reason that my spirit is telling you. Whether it's just, girl, get it, because I know it's going to be good. We've thought about this before. Or whether it's telling me, that's the one. Go that way. Go walk that way. I'm going to go with it. Sometimes it steers me in a very, very great places. Sometimes it takes me to mountains I've never seen before. Like these. And then sometimes it just is a learning lesson.
Yep. And I want to I want to add to what both of you are saying. I want to say it's just like when you're magnetic to someone from a past life, right? Or you see each other. It doesn't mean that the lessons from your past life won't visit you either. It's the same lessons, just a different phase. But whoever you're drawn to intimately, ultimately is a lesson. And maybe the last lesson with each other is to do this thing together or apart. I learned what I needed to learn. Thank you for enlightening me. Now I can go on.
Now I can restart my unilome again.
I can restart.
Now I can get back to the bottom of my unilome and build up and learn
And now I'm
else.
at a different frequency.
Like
I'm
that,
attracting I'm attracting new things.
You know what? And she just said something about the unilome, and I really love that because now I can get back to because the bottom of that unilome is really truly where all the lessons are learned. You know, that is the journey. The bottom of the unilome is the true journey. You know, once you reach the top, you know it.
You figured it out.
You figured it out. But when you're on that bottom, that means you're grinding. You're learning. And when you're learning, that means you have something to pass along to others.
Yep.
You get to make the mistakes so you can pave the road for future generations to not make them. You know? But going back to what the original topic was, which was intimacy and what that was. And foreplay. And for me, and let's just say I am with the guy that I initially just attracted to because I've seen them. And oftentimes, I feel like I am in an apocalyptic world, that I'm walking here and there's no one else around me, because I'm not attracted to a lot of people. I don't know what that is, but you could be the finest looking thing. I have a blind eye. I have peripheral vision, as they call it. I just don't see you. You could be, I'm not, some people say like actors or something, they'll call it. That is not my thing. It's an energy that you must possess in order to attract me.
Right.
Okay, you have to have a certain energy. That energy comes from a certain place. I don't know where it comes from. You don't either. But I am attracted to it. So I lived my life with very few men, because very few men possess this energy. So when I'm intimate with a man, I like now physical intimacy. Okay, we got to do attraction. Now the physical intimacy, now when we're alone, you know, you have to first, before you take me anywhere, let me hear you say something. Say something. What you got to say?
Say something nasty too.
Just what do you have to say? First, what do you know? Tell me something I don't know. Teach me something.
We were talking about like that, because in my head it was, take the pants off, bitch.
and after that, you know, okay, right. But and that's the guy you don't want anything with. Okay, take the pants off. I'm all for that. Well, no, you're all for that. I get that. Say something too, because I have to be, take the pants off, bitch. That is, you know what? You can say that shit the next day. Okay.
You can say that after I know what this is worth.
2 days later.
Because if you're talking to me like that and it's not worth it, we're going to fight later.
Right. If you're saying it and you don't have the right energy that you possess,
You
that I
gonna have
need
an
it,
issue.
then I have to call 911.
Okay, I got one. One
All
just
right?
came to me. It's that it's the, come here.
Ooh.
It's the,
And they grab you real quick,
It's the come
and they hit you, you be like, okay, that
It's
is...
the, but it's like, it's this look. It's like, it's this grin.
You
It's
see,
like,
I'm toxic, because I'm going to be like, no, fuck out of here. I ain't coming nowhere. Make me. And then I get yours. I'm like, okay, yes.
if I could mail my pussy right to you.
Hey, talking about foreplay, how do y'all feel about men talking to you during sex? Like when they be like, whose is it?
Listen, okay, wait a minute. Sometimes it's absolutely wonderful.
Sometimes if it's some sexy stuff, like, yeah, give me this.
Oh, like Mr. Marcus.
But I'm
suck
talking
that shit.
See,
nasty.
okay.
Sometimes it's good, but sometimes don't
ask me a lot of
question
questions.
me.
Don't
be questioning me, because you don't question me.
Because you better hope you're
I don't
hitting
know
that right
if you're
spot.
gonna be back tomorrow.
Because you're gonna be like, whose is it? It's mine. It's on my body. I don't understand where
Don't
this
ask me
question
a lot of
leads.
questions during
Don't ask me,
sex.
don't ask
Listen,
me.
I'm not applying for a job, and you're not on the interview.
Just put me in a headlock and slap me real quick. We gonna be fine. One day, I swear, somebody should just put me in a full Nelson. Figure out how that works out. Wait till I get home.
I don't know how that's going to work out.
I'm gonna find out. I'll let you guys know.
Please do.
Please. We welcome it.
We welcome it.
Or we might just catch it at one of your shows.
Boom.
So for foreplay,
Yes.
let's just say that you're with this person that you want to spend a few weeks with, right? I'm joking, a
Lucky if
lifetime.
you get that.
Just a guy. You found this soulmate, right? What do you require of him? And not only what do we require of him, but what do we do to keep? Because men's attention span is short. So what do we do as women to keep it long, to keep it exciting? Foreplay to me, that's not something you just jump into the bedroom with. But you know what? But it is something that there's nights where you just jump into the bedroom.
Yes.
But on those nights that it's not, what is intimacy?
Go
I'm
ahead.
more of a for me, those people that I want to spend a long amount of time with, I think my intimacy comes from our friendship that we build leading into the relationship.
I agree.
The episode that I was on of hers prior was kind of about that, and how I had to learn it from somebody younger than me, but how you learn how to build, let somebody actually become your best friend before you want to put a title on something and move past that. And that makes, even to this day, that makes me and his relationship way more different than anybody, because at the end of the day, he's my friend.
Yes.
I feel comfortable with him in and out of the bedroom. We laugh and we joke together. We party together. We became friends. And I feel like for me, that's the utmost intimacy. If I could be your friend later, like we was talking about last night, we could walk down the street and be like, oh, you see her butt? That's crazy.
Oh my God, yes, we were talking about this last night.
Like,
I
that's
said,
intimate.
just
I
having
love
a
that.
friend.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be so dope, because for me, personally, women are art. I like looking at women. They're so beautiful to me. And I want to be able to come home and say, honey, I saw a throwback booty. I'm talking about the booty that matched the thigh and it just jiggled like some jam. And he laugh about it and say, well, dang, you should have took a picture. And I say, baby, that's rude. It's in the head, but you can come work me like I got one. Like that,
And that's intimacy.
That's
and then you can have
intimacy.
it's the
awesome sex.
cutest thing.
Intimacy.
I come home because I did my walk and I hurt my little shoulder, and I'm exaggerating, and I say, oh baby, I'm hurting here and I'm hurting here. I need you to kiss it for me. Like, and they just oblige.
Yeah.
It's the simple things, and I think a lot of people, because it's a wham bam, thank you ma'am, this is what I want right now. A lot of people have lost the art of friendship. And having the simplest thing, the effort, the remembering something so simple that nobody else probably would remember, like a Reese's cup. I used to love Reese's cup. If y'all can find me a good vegan version of that, I'm all for it.
I've tried them all. The Reese's cup is my favorite. Hard to
Nothing.
find. But I'm
gonna tell you one.
know.
I came close. I make a wacky cake. It's a vegan chocolate peanut butter cake. Booby been asking me to make this thing. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have you try it. It tastes like a fudge round more so than a Reese's cup.
Is that foreplay?
Yes, it is. Feed it to me.
Oh, feed me.
Feed it to me. I want
Buy me
to. You want to see
food.
how I eat this piece of cake? Cause I'm gonna do you next.
Ooh, buy me food. Buy me food and alcohol.
Oops. Oh, I dropped it on my titties. You can come. Never mind.
Buy me food and
Anyway,
alcohol.
yeah,
I
and
love
that's
you, fam.
foreplay.
Just the.
You know what's better about the food part though? Remember what I like and surprise me with it.
It's cute. Like, I think intimacy is
It's
just
just those
remember.
little things like that. Just remembering what you came to my house and you seen something in my refrigerator, or you seen something on the shelf. You
And you
seen
remember
something,
that.
and you that is foreplay, men. The little thing. You don't have to take me on a trip around the world. I don't have time to go around the world.
But
I'm
we
too
could
busy.
go.
Okay.
But we could go.
I'm
just
too
in case.
busy. Okay. You have to be in a different position to allow me to take off a year for work.
Oh no, not a year.
Okay, however long. But for right now, I'm just saying, those little simple things, if I allow you into my life, just look at the little things that's around me.
Hint, hint. Lights on.
And bring it to me.
How about this one? Oh, I remember.
That's foreplay.
How about this one? Oh, I remember you saying you were vegan. I found a few spots and I looked up some recipes.
That's foreplay. That's foreplay.
There you go.
Okay.
It's about to sound so morbid, but it was so sexy to me at the time. She knows how close I was to my grandmother. The best thing ever was your favorite person, literally would say to me, hey, I know what next week is. What you need me to do? You want me to cook? You want me to clean?
Yep.
What you need? You gonna be in the bed for a week? What do you need from me? You want some soup? What do you want me to do? You want me to take care of the dog? It's those things.
Right.
Like,
Because
I know
you know it's
I know
leading
you
up to the
coming
time.
up to a time that you're not going to be yourself and you're not going to mentally be okay. What can I do to help you? Bro, what? You want some?
Thank you for the ease.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's the simplest things. And
It's little things. I don't know why men think that women require so much. Now, if
maybe
you
because
go
that's
out,
the type of women they attract.
well, and it's that if you go out and you're attracted to someone who's wearing a pair of red bottom shoes, a Chanel skirt or whatever it is, and then please, you cannot be attracted to that if that's above your pay grade. You know,
Copy.
okay,
Overstood.
all right,
Overstood.
yeah. And then complain later
That
she's too expensive. You met her expensive.
I
met
warn
her.
people when I meet them.
You met her expensive, and it has nothing to do with her. And it doesn't mean that she is that's who she is as a person.
Who she is.
And I respect who she is
And
as
who
a
are
person.
you to try to make
and
her
don't
think
you
less?
disrespect her because you can't afford her.
I tell people all the time. It's funny. I was just at Target the other day and some dude had just got a PlayStation 5 and gonna run up on me like, "Hey, ma, you cute." I said, "Baby, you can't even afford all of this that I got going on. You look like all you bringing to the table is that PlayStation. Go on about your business, baby. I don't even want you to wake up tomorrow and be like, she's too expensive. I'm warning you now. I like a lot."
See,
but
now
I also take care of myself in that aspect. I'm not asking
and I
for
know
you
that
to
you
buy
take
it.
care of
Yeah, I'm not
yourself.
asking for you to buy it, for me,
Yes.
but just know I'm gonna expect you to come a different type of way because of how I'm coming to the table.
For me, I've been a fool a time or two where I've taken care of more than enough.
Ain't we?
I've
both?
taken care more than enough. So
I don't got no liquor left.
that part of me, I'm sipping this ginger ale. We gonna go out later.
Okay.
I'm sipping this ginger ale because I feel good still. For me,
feel
I've been a
great.
fool. Yes, thank you. I feel amazing. I've been a
great.
fool a time or two, maybe
Yeah.
3 or 4. But let me tell you something. The things that I had to learn then has put me here, and I'm getting all that back. It wasn't even required of you. That's how much God loves me. I'm in such a great place right now, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I'm intimate with myself.
Okay.
And whatever that might sound or look like to you, yes, it's everything.
I love it.
All my wildest dreams.
Isn't that funny though? Because I believe that the universe has such. Can I say this?
Yes.
Such a fucked up sense of humor.
But
And let me tell you why. Wait, let me tell you why.
It do though. It do though.
The
It do
sense
though.
of humor of the universe astonishes me. And at the same time, I think it's fucked up.
I
And
agree.
this is why. Because I remember, like what you're just saying, you know, all these things you asked for, but I know when you pictured them in your head, it was coming from a man. The universe put it in the form of two women.
Form of
Okay.
So I've been telling her
But
I was her boyfriend since I met her. She know I'm the
Okay.
best man she got in her life. That's not a man.
When I
She
was
know I'm
asking
her
for
man.
a partner in life, because I needed to excel and forward.
No longer required.
In my mind, I was picturing a man. The universe brought me a lost sister that I found on a genealogy. So the universe has a sense of humor because the universe is exactly like us.
And guess
when we
what?
went and seen those stars, didn't you see faces in those stars?
First of all,
Thank you. Did you see it? Did you not see that?
Yes.
First
There was
of all,
faces.
First of all, if we're made in the image of God, if you're an asshole, what makes you think God isn't an asshole?
Exactly. I like to say
I
that
laugh.
God is made in the image of me. Okay.
That too.
Okay. Because I know I'm in a place now that I recognize myself. We all are.
Mm-hmm.
We are, we are gods. You know, and once we can, and if we recognize that, that means you have to hold yourself to a very God-like high standard.
Wait, and
So
that's
stop
the
looking at yourself
challenge.
as, well, you know what? God knows that I'm only human, so I made it. No,
No,
don't hold
hold
yourself
yourself
in
more
human
accountable,
form.
yeah.
Hold yourself in a God-like form. You'll do better.
Yo, people can tell you.
I don't have liquor.
You'll do better.
When
You'll
I tell you
choose
that,
better.
therapy
yes.
for this.
When I tell you I beat myself up for stuff, and people be like, it's not that serious. People make mistakes. No, regular people make mistakes. I should not be making that type of mistake at my point in my life. Yeah, I'm going to take this hard because I'm going to beat myself up to make sure that I'm at the best place I can be in my life to my standards. Yeah, I made that mistake. Yeah, I did it, and I'm beating myself up for it, so I don't need you to do it because
But-
I know that I fell short.
But this is where, you know, I come in at. And
Yeah.
I say,
Well,
and
a good friend. You a good friend. Because like he who is without sin cast the first
the
stone.
first stone.
Okay, don't be trying to come here and judge me.
My glass
Don't do
been
that.
broke a long time
Okay?
ago. Okay,
Don't do that.
For me, I was the same exact way. I'm always so hard on myself. If I don't get it right the first time, I'm beating myself up. But
Yeah.
now I've learned how to show myself grace. The same compassion that I have for others, I now have with me. And sometimes I got to chin check myself like, oh, no, why we going there? Okay, you learn. You remember now. That's the first mistake. Don't let, you know.
Don't hold on to it.
Yeah. So, as you guys can hear, I mean, listen to the time we had. Listen to how amazing those women that got to share that trip with me are. So first, and as we end this thing, I just want to say thank you to Burnett. Thank you to Yvette for making this trip one of the most memorable trips I have had to date. That was a very special birthday for me. One, because, like I said, y'all, I got to finally see what the Colorado Rockies looked like, right? She'll be coming around that mountain when she comes. And for me to experience that and everything that they had did for me on this trip was amazing. The excitement, the adventure, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I wish that I could share with you guys, but some things we want to keep to ourselves, right? So listen, get out, live your life, do what you need to do. And, you know, as I did for my birthday, I'm just crossing everything off my to-do list, y'all. I love you. Always remember, look, just keep your humility, keep moving forward, stay positive, and good things will come. This is my reciprocity, all the goodness that I put out into the world. Shout out to my sis D Lils for making me cry. Y'all didn't hear that part of the clip. I think I might have it. We might have to come back and redo another one and play that clip of my sister making me cry on my birthday, because she helped me realize, you know, she's like, all the good that you know, I do for the world. And I do it. I don't expect anything back from it, but those two women definitely gave me my flowers and definitely gave me reciprocity in return. So thank you. I love y'all. Now listen, this is season 4, y'all. We doing bigger and better things. It's always room for growth, right? We always can be better. Most improved, baby. MVP, most valuable player. Okay, that be me. Hey, divinity, VIB, it's a vibe, yeet, yeet, okay? Oh, do it like it's my birthday, baby. Now, my job is always to feed you. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. Now, how you digest it is very, very personal. And I hope that when you're digesting it, you get it. I hope the light's on, right? But as for me, man, and that's for mine. It's always forward, baby. Forward always. Until next time. Do it like it's my birthday, baby. Hey, do it like it's my birthday. Love you. Peace.